Hey folks, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we're back with another round of Your Dreams and My Memes. And yeah, we've got a pretty exciting little turn for you here, as we see Pangea starting to ride out more to try to take back some of this land of his. I don't think he's going for his cap though. Oh no, no, he's not. Wait. Okay, hang tight. Let's start with the messages. We got a message from Ohm. Looks like round 2 is coming. Hopefully he smashes face first into 52 again, where I'll be consolidating. But I think his best move would be to split raid the other 2 provinces and then double back. I don't feel very confident in splitting my forces to counter that. Okay, that's good, because Lanka has a Doom stack next to Ohm. And I'm not sure I can afford to be wrong if he does just walk into 52. Message from Abyssia. I just got my first quills from Berytos. I'm making 5 more imp familiars this turn. My research is absolute garbage between constructing items, the drain scales, and site searching, but I expect that it will pick up shortly. Message from Ubar. Dwayne the Rock Johnson is now feeble-minded. God damn it. That's one of his sultan. I actually asked him to do that. I don't even remember why. I just wanted him to name a Sultan Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Not like I'm a rock fan or anything. I don't know why. I think I had a reason at the time. Hopefully hopping on Hinnom's cap shut down more recruitment. I'm also hoping he moves back onto his this middle fort of his. I'm pretty much everything onto it. I'm moving pretty much everything onto it to hopefully take out these Melkorts and the rest of his forces. Okay. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Kirby's Hellcarl has claimed the Throne of the Moon. All right. Have a few magic phase attacks. Call the Wild being cast. Unsuccessful. Was successful here, and was not successful here, sadly. There's a few say here. We'll watch this. Wolves do not like fighting Sacreds with Fire Shield. And now we will go to Caelum. So Caelum has been finishing off Tiernanog. This was a Berytosian province. Where this was the oh no, this is so sad. This is the one province that Pangea won, and then he gets killed by the independents. Illwinter coming in here, siding with Berytos, saying if Berytos can't have it, then nobody will. This is the kind of counter rating that you really hope to have in your games. Okay. So, taking these... patrolling out... Ooh, he patrols out some of the Tiernanog forces. How does this happen? Just the smallest amount of Caelum PD. He must get a lucky hit on a commander here. Yep, he's been hit. Oh, he runs. Very lucky. One of the reasons why you don't want your commander on stay behind troops, it's better to have them on cast spells or something in the back. He does take this. Oh no. We have a similar kind of misfortune from Caelum here. He casts Sermon of Courage before his birdie boys jump in. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's watch this again. We are finally going to get to see these javelins pin some guys to trees that are not indies. So they jump on the thing, and then they kill about like 5 birds. Yeah, those are like 1 hit, 1 kill for those javelins. Now he's got combustion being cast on the elves. I mean, that was kind of perfect. That was, I mean, look, this is not like a super powerful build or anything. I'm not trying to say I gave Tiernanog a really strong build, but what, you know. Oh, God damn it. Here, watch one more time. Okay. Let's get in close so you can see. Okay, that was only 1 guy who got killed. Oh no, but then the commander killed another one with a javelin. It's actually not quite as effective. I mean, they definitely killed a solid number of them with javelins before engaging. I wonder if the shield's blocking it. It'd be kind of interesting. We could deep dive. But I think we've spent enough time on this. Yeah, good counter rating. And Caelum moves over here. Did he catch... Oh, okay. And he caught this counter rating squad. This counter rating, or this rating squad, not counter rating, has been standing still. And he's got with him, I think this is a merc. I think this is Mamor. So he's got some air gems on them. And he's summoning some air elementals. And the lightning bolts are merciless here. They're really good against those. We have starfires coming out. I believe that's from the Frafrashi or whatever this thing's called. Fravashi. Starfire's also effective. Lightning bolt, very effective. The arrow is not doing a ton, which brings me great sadness. But they're not blessed. Or not all of them are, anyway. But they should be getting blessed, right? Because he's got a priest here. I mean, I saw this guy's getting hit by... Isn't this guy a priest? Oh, no, he's not. Okay, never mind. I take it back. There's no priest. That's why they're not blessed. Okay. Mamor is gone. The She-Lord survives. However, I think it might have died in the retreat. Yeah, there's nowhere for it to go. So that rating has been shut down. And, yeah. All very cool. That is the status update on the Caelum-Tiernanog War. Helheim fights off some of the forces of Gaia. And I believe that's all to report here. I think the great feasting of Helheim on, well, Tiernanog, after he feasted on Mictlan, has sort of come to an end, and Caelum's catching up with them. So maybe once Caelum has everything, they've still got a few more provinces to pick up. Maybe they'll be somewhat close to size parity. This was Vulture, and Caelum had let us know that Pangea released them from their nap. So that's what this is. I don't think there's going to be too much more for them to take. Let's move over here now to Pangea. So they are storming Pangea with a small group of lads. Oh man, she's not doing any of the protection buffs, nor is she doing air shield. I would really suck to lose her. Those brides in waiting are very special. Yeah, these guys are ethereal too. It's one of the nicest parts of an ethereal bless is you can just storm forts really easily. No choke point for you. So he gets Pangea's capital. Pangea rides out here with some Minotaur warriors from this fort, so that's kind of cool. Minotaur warriors actually are maybe the best unit for Pangea to build against this. They don't have a hoof attack, and they have an axe that hits really hard, so the fire shield part isn't actually so bad. They're still going to struggle against ethereal, but the fire shield at least isn't really going to do that much to these guys, because they're not going to swing nearly as much as they're getting hit. Whereas they're doing, like, when you're doing 30-something damage, the number of times you have to swing to kill a Colossi warrior is a lot less than if you're doing, like, 20 damage or 15. So, cool. I like the idea of switching to these guys. You don't not make White Centaur out of your capital, though, with this build. But maybe you do against Berytos. I don't know. It would feel really bad to have literally no scales and have to make like scales Minotaurs. Okay. Moves here with Blackhawks and Colossi warriors. I don't know why he's moving Blackhawks with them. Some could be nice for lance chargers, but they risk HP routing the army too. So the good news for Berytos is that with having taken Pangea's fort, can he split this army? I think one of these. I think she's not the prophet. No, she's a holy too. So he can split this army because he has a prophet, and a bride in waiting. So he can. It's very risky going here. I think he's probably going to all-in move this way. But if he wanted to, and it may be a good idea to, he can move them this way. Maybe he could use the bride in waiting as a little mini thug and take some of these provinces back over here, or back, take them to start with. And then send the main force, maybe with another commander to kind of join in and support it, coming over this way. And the reason you want another commander is just so you don't want to have everything all in on this guy, so they get this commander and these guys route. But yeah. Very cool. TNG, they have gathered here. They've pulled back from this province and they've gathered here. Does that mean they're going to go take this fort from Helheim? We don't know, but I don't think it's an unreasonable thing to do. You do risk pissing off the elves, but TNG has a pretty good build against elves. And we've been thinking he's probably going to go for this throne right here as well. Coming over to Ulm and Lanka. Lanka was apparently expecting some sneaky maneuvers. There had been a medium-sized force of about 50 dudes that was like running around here. I kind of thought it was stealthy last turn, and it looks like Lanka thought the same thing. And I think he moved it here to see, if it was going to pop its head back up. Doesn't appear to have been the case. He also gets to see how Ulm responded to him putting stuff together, which is to Doomstack. Now the question is Ulm going to ride out, or is Ulm going to disperse again, or is Ulm going to try to make it over here? The other thing that with this maneuvering, Lanka has potentially purchased themselves is they could potentially raid all of these provinces if they wanted to. Now there's a downside and a risk to doing that, which is if they raid these and Ulm moves here, which would be a very aggressive move, and it would basically be Ulm's way of saying, I'm pretty sure I can take you, bro. If he does that, some of these forces may not, depending on the map move. Oh, it's just forest. It's not mountain. Depending on the map move, some things may not be able to make it to the capital. Now, a lot of Lanka stuff has forest survival, so I think it can actually make it back. So that would actually be a pretty good move then. Take 3 provinces, still get back to your cap in time. Maybe even take 4 if you can figure out a way to get over this way. Maybe some of the really high mobility stuff can. So yeah, pretty interesting, but no battle. For Abyssia, we don't see any battles. He's got a fort coming up here on this throne. He's got a big stack here, which presumably is going to hit this throne next turn. This actually is going to be sick for Abyssiate to get. They do have magic diversity issues, and this Lore Master is really good at fixing that. Though for a very modest price. And he's looking like he's getting ready to take this underwater province. So, no real major wars for them at the moment, but they seem to be doing okay. And so he clears off this Djinn warrior from his capital. He had apparently attacked it last turn. Maybe I missed a turn or something, or I don't know. And oh my goodness, he's got all the mages. Okay, so this is all in. Get out the popcorn. Doesn't look like a big army, but this is literally everything Grippa has. And it is for Shaitan. He's got Hassan, the Ifrit Spirit. He's got Yasir, the Ifrit Sultan. Sorry. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, excellent. Who sadly is feeble-minded. But he still doesn't suck as feeble-minded because he's got a... Oh, actually the Fire Shield does suck more. Because normally the Fire Shield's 15, but on Dwayne the Rock Johnson it's only 11. But he still gets heat power and magic scales. Then we've got this guy who's an astral random who could get magic dueled. Be very careful with these. These are very delicate flowers. But yeah, let's see on Hinnom's side. We've got a few Akka who are really nice. They can do things like web. I don't know if web works on things as big as Sultan. Vine arrow. I don't know if that works on things that are flying. Actually, I don't think web works on flying. So I'm not exactly sure what the nature ones are going to cast. Maybe just healing for the Melkorts could be a kind of big deal. They've got the one here with the Sword of Sharpness. I don't see his brother. Okay, without further ado, let's go. This is also an appropriate amount of chaff to bring, because this will help tie stuff up while the Melkort kills it. I'm just not exactly sure what these mages are going to do. He's bringing a lot of mages, which I like when you're all in, because he is all in. Just not sure what they're going to do. I think these guys are probably better on Guard Commander, and then that'll help protect the mages. Also think... Oh no, Swarm wouldn't be very good because they have Fire Shield. Right there, landing in the back. Oh, and turn this guy into a little soulless. Sadly, he's without undead leadership, I think. Flying shards, not exactly a great game plan, but it is something. Oh, this Melkort is in melee. Oh, he hit that guy for 51 damage. He could also have kitted out this Avite Captain. These are not horrible to put gear on. Ooh. Oh, they are... I guess it's Vine Arrows? I mean, this guy is entangled. He looks kind of boned. Is this Dwayne the Rock Johnson? I don't think he's long for this world. This guy has a chance of living through. Okay. Oh my god. Was that flying shards that killed him? I think it might have been. Certainly looked like it. Tangle Vine's going off. Now there are two more Sultan running around somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where they are. Yeah, this guy's not going to be worrying about the heat aura here. Hits him for 7 damage. Well, this guy's routed. So he's going to have a really hard time hitting him now because he's got that attack malice. Will the Melkort get off? He does. So the Melkort survives. Let's look at what happened with the other Sultan. So this is the other side of that combat. Where they're just blendering these light infantry. Okay, the Tangle Vines is actually working reasonably well. Sadly, it doesn't stop the fire shield. So, all in all, one of the Ifrit Sultans died. I believe that was Dwayne. Which, honestly, it's kind of good to get him off the payroll once he's feeble-minded. But pretty punishing loss for Hinnom. Lost 7 mages when you add them all up, though the Melkord survived in all the chaff. I think he's basically out of the game. Thing is, he could have won this reasonably easy with the right kit of gear. So, it sucks a little. I like that he's switching to making these Horite. These are going to be a lot better in melee. They're not going to have to worry about the heat aura. They hit harder than the other guys. These are just really hard to thug into. So I approve of this switch to the Horites a lot. I think the Dawn Guard is better. We'll pull them up and look. But the Dawn Guard will still fatigue out. And with this Fate Weaving build, it's actually still a pretty big factor. So like these guys will kill them better by a good margin. But in prolonged combat, they will still fatigue out from the heat aura. You could make these guys who are resistant to the heat, and they also hit really hard, and they have a magic weapon. These are probably the premier guys for killing them, but they're also super expensive. But these, I think, would be also really good to make. They do wreck your income via killing the population permanently and temporarily increasing unrest. But these guys are no joke. These Horite champions, especially, they hit for 29 damage, and they've got heat resistance, and they're only 25 gold. These guys are damn near as good too. 20 gold, almost as much. They don't. They have 2 less attack though, so it's probably worth paying a little bit more money for the big boys. So we'll see how they do. I mean, I'm not exactly sure which is the most efficient, right? Like whether it's the champions or the Dawn Guard or the Raphite Warriors. Because there's a big price difference between them. These are 25 gold, these are 40, and these are 130. Clearly, this guy is the best unit for killing Jin, but is he the most cost-efficient unit for killing these super combatants? That I'm not 100% sure about. Anyway, I'm excited to see what they do. I like that they're switching it up. Certainly, the light infantry was a bit of a mistake. The only kind of good part about them is they have a javelin, which can dodge glamour. But aside from that, it's not good. The javelin part would be better against the normal Jin warriors. Against the Ifrit Sultans and the Ifrit warriors, not very good. All right, desperate times for Hinnom. And Grippa, still just looking like things are fine for them. Oh, we missed this with Helheim. They lost 2 guys here. I think that brings us to the end of this this turn. And since we're right at about 25 minutes, we'll call it the end of the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.